Hi, Tom here. In this Circle Line Art School drawing challenge, I'll show you one way to draw a car, the Tesla Roadster. This car is all about curves, so we need to start by drawing the first curve first for the top of the roof. So at this stage it's just a sketch. The aim is to try and get the flow of the lines as free-flowing as you can, and we can add accuracy with more lines later on. Next, we can draw a curve for the bonnet of the Roadster and then a curve for the top of the arches of the wheels on the right and the left. And then we can draw a lower curve for the front of the Roadster, sort of wrapping around as the car goes towards the left. So now we've got about 7 or 8 lines, which are just summarizing the car. It would be good to check your drawing and make sure that you feel that the lines are okay. And then we can start to think about where the wheels go. So we are looking at the car from a certain angle, so the wheels will need to be seen at the same angle as the Roadster. The Roadster is receding from us, so the wheels will be a bit taller than they are wide, because they're sort of foreshortened by perspective. And we can give a thickness to the wheels as well by just drawing a line, a horizontal line going to the right of each wheel to indicate a thickness to the wheels. Once you think you're ready, it's probably a good idea just to slow down in trying to create lines which are more accurate. So we might at this stage probably be a good idea to put more lines in than we need, and hopefully over time these lines will develop and become more accurate as we search for the right shape. So this style of drawing is a way of searching for the solution rather than trying to find the correct line straight away, partly because this car is such a wonderful but complicated shape of curves. Each curve needs to look right not just by itself, but in relation to all of the other curves. The added bonus of drawing in this sort of sketch-like way with a car like this means that as you see something that might need changing, it's quite easy to change it because we haven't really made any firm decisions too much about where anything is. So as I'm adding more lines here, I'm starting to get more of an understanding of the front of the car. Once I think I can put a little edge or an angle in, I'll just put a little indication of that, but all the time questioning it. So I'm trying not to draw as if it's right first time. I'm trying to draw and then question what I'm drawing. So at this stage, really at all stages in this drawing, I'm trying not to go over the lines that I've already drawn. The aim is to question and redraw all the lines all the time, and slowly, hopefully, the car will emerge from this sort of sum of all of the lines in a sort of working drawing, which is questioning all the time. So with a drawing like this, you get to a stage which I'm at now where some of the shapes seem to come together a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, where you suddenly find pieces and you know where they fit, because they fit in relation to the other shapes that you have. When we make a connection, it's really useful. So the front light goes about there. And then on the right hand side, there's a little bit of a light on the far right, just a small triangle, sort of line them up. And then this original curve over the top of the car, I'd just check that that feels right. I think it needs to bend down a little bit towards the back. Now the back of the car isn't really sorted yet for my car. But again, I'm trying to keep the flow of the lines because I'd really like this car to look like it's got the free-flowing form of the design. So this side window, which looks a bit like an eye from the side, the bottom line of it could be raised a little bit. Now, with the back wheel, I'm not really sure where the center of the back wheel is yet, so I'm just drawing a series of elliptical shapes for the back wheel, and then trying to realise how much smaller the back wheel is because it's quite a bit further away than the front wheel. Once you feel that it's time, so just working at the very back of the car a little bit, once you feel it's time to centre the wheels, you could try and think about where the centre of each of the wheels is in relation to the other wheel that we can see. And then with the hubcap and the actual tyre, that has details to it too. Now, oftentimes I think with cars we tend to look at the top of the car quite a lot, but the base of the car and how it sits on the road is really important. If you need to change the wheels and how they sit on the road surface or thicken up the base of the car, that would be a really good thing to do. As you get more confident that some of the lines might be okay that you're drawing, what I find is just to make the lines that I'm using darker as they're more confident, and the lighter lines are the less confident ones. But still, I keep changing my mind because I'm changing my observation. So as soon as I see something that I hadn't noticed or that I can correct, I always want to just jump in and correct it straight away. Remembering to try and keep the quality of the movement of the curves is really important, I think, for this drawing. Now, some of these sort of mesh of lines that we're doing, we can tidy up with an eraser later on, but also it's going to be a tonal drawing later on, so some of them will just disappear. If you'd like to see a full narrated version of this drawing, please consider joining my online drawing course, How to Draw from Scratch, where I share with you all of the drawing skills I wish I'd known when I was starting. To find out more about how to draw from scratch, please visit my website, circlearnartschool.com.